Friday, here we go. The game you've all been waiting for. Rutgers and Wake Forest. No, that's not the game you've been waiting for. That's a game that just kind of got made up last week. Sure, I don't have a play for that game. It's 15-point spread for Wake Forest. I don't know how much Rutgers was doing in the 2 weeks where they didn't have a game to be played, right? Like what kind of preparation were they going through there? Even if they were preparing, it's still Rutgers. How good could that have possibly have been? What we are talking about here, though, is the college football semis. Now, we're going to talk about this on Friday, but the first game's at 3:30. Now, listen, we've talked enough about this game. Well, maybe not necessarily enough, but we have talked at length about these games. Cincinnati and Alabama, I grabbed it at 14, right? And that is sort of where I stand with Cincinnati plus 14. Numbers at 13.5 might even tick down a little bit more. You know how I feel about the defense on Cincinnati. I think they can hang in. I think the dual threat element of Desmond Ridder can keep Cincinnati on scoring here a little bit. And I think this game's going to be a little bit low scoring. I know that Colin Wilson was on the show, and I think he talked about that potentially with you as well, about this game being a little bit more low scoring. The real question mark is the nightcap, Michigan and Georgia. And we have sort of heard, rumors about COVID positives, JT Daniels testing positive, and JT Daniels is sort of nominally the backup quarterback right now, but maybe not, right? Like that's a guy who might see some time in this game if all things are on the up and up. And that's a guy who we might see if there's a rematch against Alabama, because it didn't work all that well for Stetson Bennett. And so again, I'm still waiting. And the problem is here, I'm waiting for Georgia -7 that I think we might get on game day. The problem is, why are we going to get that? Are we going to get it because people are betting Michigan, which is fine. That's why that would lead me to a bet on Georgia. But are we going to get that because a bunch of COVID positives and all of that tracing type stuff hit Georgia hard and they have to sit some guys? So we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll be back on Friday morning. And of course, afternoon, the podcast comes out. We'll be able to talk about this further. Maybe there'll even be some prop bets, some prop markets, though at this point, you can barely get an NFL prop market the day before a game, so who knows. But we will talk about this a little bit more on Friday, but wanted to just get that out to you on Tuesday.
I like it. I like it a lot, as per usual. So much information and education and so much action for us to deep dive into as the holiday season continues.